everyone, it's Shamila Ramjawan coming to you from the Red Corner Show in Johannesburg, South Africa. We are celebrating Women's Month in South Africa, and I am showcasing 31 inspirational women from across the globe. Today, I have Nazia Shah, who is a South African living in Dubai. She is the Group CEO and co-founder of Infinity Realty Group from South Africa and MNS Estates Dubai, the international subsidiary of Infinity Realty Group. She holds a qualification in sales and marketing, a master's degree in real estate, NQF level 5, and is a qualified real estate regulatory academic in the UAE. Amongst other things, her business interests include company setups and residency in the UAE, managing director of Zoha Events and Productions, and bxbtravel.com. She's also the co-owner of Ladies in Business magazine Global. Hello, Nazia, how are you?
Hi, Shamila. Very well, thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you so much for coming on board and accepting my invitation to chat during August, especially.
Thank you very much, and thank you very much for the honor of being recognized as an inspirational woman on your show is really an honor. Thank you very much for recognizing me and inviting me.
It's my pleasure. Nazia, you are doing so many things and you're juggling so many different businesses. There's so much that you can share with us today. So just to start, maybe share a little bit about who is Nazia Shah and a little bit about your background, career, anything that you would like to share with us.
Thank you very much. Sure. So I am a 38-year-old, very ambitious and motivated somebody. I basically have grown up in a very strong, woman-empowered environment, which really just definitely forged my path forward. So yes, I'm very involved in initiatives around women empowerment, specifically because I grew up with a single mom. And, I've watched that all my life. That hard work and perseverance definitely takes you places. I believe that you've got to live your dreams while you can. I'm a very mature somebody. I believe I've matured at a very young age simply because, I've had to. And the reality is that based on that, I've had a lot of interests, a lot of business interests that I decided to put together. And together with myself and my husband, we've built the Infinity Realty Group, the Infinity Realty Group brand, which definitely then has a whole range of opportunity and really adds. We've got quite a few subsidiaries under the Infinity Realty brand, which you've touched on. And yes, my main interest, it's just something that I really wanted to do, is very passionate about, was real estate in the UAE. And I do believe that I'm one of very few South African women, women-owned South African women that have opened a real estate firm successfully running in the UAE now for the past 2 years. Thank you. And yes, it's come with many challenges, but nothing that at the end of the day, we never give up. We do our best every single day to work really hard, and we remain and we stay positive. And I think that's one thing about us women, just at the end of the day, positivity and being grateful and really looking at opportunity and going and taking the opportunity when you can. And making sure that you persevere for excellence. And so, yes, we've touched, we've really, I think we've taken the brand quite far in these past 5 years, actually, that we're together. We've got 15 years of real estate experience between my husband and myself, overall. And there's a lot more that we need to do. There's a lot more that needs to happen. And yes, we're looking forward to that.
That's a lot of years in real estate, in the real estate market, I must add. But
together, yes.
Was it something that you actually studied? I know you did study quite a lot, especially with real estate. But was it an interest from your husband that you decided to join him, or how does it work?
Okay, so I'll tell you how it all started. Actually, it's actually started with my mom, in fact. She's come from a real estate background, and we originally started, when she started in her business, I had joined her for a year as an intern, which you've got to do as a real estate broker, as a real estate agent in South Africa. So before applying for my real estate license and going through the necessary examinations, and of course the number of years that are required in order for you to practice as a real estate agent before studying and then applying for your own real estate license, which is the principal FFC, which then allows me to bring on my own brokers, and of course then we open our own firm. So 12 years ago, we'd started on this journey with her. 2 or 3 years later, Mohammed actually joined her as well, and which was my partner. And of course, from there, we then branched out into developments, which is also a very big forte of the Infinity Realty Group, where he had joined a company that was in the development of the Michelangelo. So most of the centre CBD, where he gained experience in real estate development and development rather than just resales and leasing. And from there, I have been in a corporate job for 12 years. I actually worked at Discovery for 12 years, where I was a sales manager, and I ran and coached many teams through that time. So I had a lot of the corporate background and understanding of coaching and mentoring and natural training. And together with the streetwise, you always say Mohammed's the street, he's got the street, he's very streetwise and I'm very corporate. And we put together that combination and then looked at how, and of course I'm very strong in the marketing background as well. Mm-hmm. And yes, and that basically, that was when Infinity was born. 2 years later, after Infinity in South Africa, we launched our offices out in 3 different areas in Johannesburg itself. It's currently now we've grown out into different provinces. Cape Town and Durban are now very active, run by management there. So the Infinity brand itself in South Africa is growing, which we're very happy about. Of course, there's opportunity there as well in the real estate market in South Africa. But personally, I had decided that we would look at how we could go international. How do we take our expertise internationally? Where do we actually, where do we challenge ourselves from there? And Dubai was just was something that I thought about, and I said, well, why not Dubai? 2008, many. Unfortunately, the reality is that recession had hit. And the market, people had shut down almost, but real investors. I'm talking about investors that have really put their money into Dubai, but across the world. And from where I was sitting and understanding, of course, with my expertise, we were looking at an uptick now from that. And I wanted to get into that. And that was where I had decided that between ourselves, we decided that if we had to look at a branch out here in Dubai, first of all, we had to make the necessary changes now. And personally, I would be running the operations, etc. So we do this in partnership. Although Mohammed handles the South African side of our work in South Africa, I run and handle the operations in Dubai. So with that, though, my passion really was about how do we get into the market in Dubai, and of course now work on also the fact that real estate is a possibility out here. First of all, it had taken a lot of preparation. It had taken a lot of, once again, studying. I had to get the real estate examination done at the examination board out here in Dubai. So it's something called RERA, where we had to actually attend the full course and of course get and qualify ourselves in that field. First of all, understanding the necessary terms, and it was a complete change. So again, for me, it was a challenge which I really took on with such great passion, because it was something that I really loved. And I say this with everything. If there's anything that you love and you're really passionate about, you will find that it will be successful as long as you stay on the path and never give up.
Yes.
So yes, I mean, 2 years ago, we decided, of course, then COVID hit, but we had already, I'd already taken an apartment out here because that was, we were going to be back and forth. And we basically stayed throughout COVID in lockdown here in Dubai. And it gave me a lot of time as well. And it took, I finally had, again, Mohammed and I are partners, but believe me, if I say I hardly see him, it's generally we're talking and working towards one goal, but we never really, you would never find us together in one room because we've always been so busy on different parts of the business. But working towards one goal once again. So that was really, we'd always been, we'd probably, so again, I'd say COVID really gave us time to really plan the way forward for everything that we talked about when we touch on the fact that we'd included the business residency setup in our profiles. We'd included quite a few other aspects into the business, which we found was an all-round anyway that needed to fit in. And of course, all of that, we've done all of that through COVID during that period. We did a lot more studying around the research in the area. And now looking very forward to the Expo, which is coming up now, already starting on the 1st of September in Dubai. This as well was also last year was delayed to start only now in 2021. So once again, all of that, the market's ready and set, and it's practically, if you look at it right now, it's on fire. In Dubai, in the market, it's a very different type of sale. It's a very different purchase when you look at purchasing in this market. But again, we've got the expertise and the understanding, and our teams are ready and gearing. And of course, we're already doing sales and leasing and everything else in the UAE. Apart from everything that we do in South Africa, and our teams are working on out there. So when I talk about the Expo coming up in 2021, that's going to be a very, very exciting time for Dubai, for the UAE, and that's exactly why I'm here. That was my focus for why we'd set up a year ago. It was meant to be for 2020, but the Expo now moved to 2021.
And you're all ready for that, ready to go.
Fully ready to go. We've been having meetings with SAPCO, which is the South African Business Council here in Dubai. We're very in touch with the DTIC. And being members there, we're actually representing, as Infinity Realty Group, we are representing for the Expo. So the South African Pavilion is very ready. We look forward to all the different meetings with the different pavilions. I've been talking to many different radio stations. We're talking about the Expo. The Expo is going to be massive. Remember, this is bringing together the entire world in one country for the next 6 months. Okay, and once again, I'll remind you, they've been with the made sure it's in their winter months. So we're basically looking forward to all of that. And again, the Expo is meant to bring everybody together. So I'm talking about every single, each pavilion is going to be proudly representing their country, everything that the country stands for, whatever it is that you're bringing forth. So in terms of education, in terms of technology, in terms of sustainability, all of that's basically going to be showcased at the Expo, and they're looking forward to a really, really extravagant event that's going to be happening here for the next 6 months.
Phenomenal. Wow. That's going to be really exciting for the world.
Absolutely. And South Africans, yes. And our South Africans are very much welcome. Yes, at the moment, we know that the flights are very, right now, we're all waiting, but yes, when you watch this, hopefully, by the time they're looking at positive news coming very soon, because with the Expo, they plan on opening up quite quickly to everybody. So definitely, over the next 6 months, definitely you need to add that to the agenda, and of course, get in touch with us because we'll be able to bring you out here with tickets and everything else.
Wow, I'm so excited. Definitely, Dubai is my favorite country anyway, always. Nazia, just on residency, take me through that because that's part of what you offer as well.
Absolutely. So there's 2 options in terms of residency in Dubai. Well, 3 actually, but we don't really touch too much on one. So you have the opportunity to, first of all, either purchase property, which is property investment, anything at 1 million dirhams, which is around 4 million rands, depending on the currency. You could purchase a property and, of course, then get a 2-year residency that is renewable. Okay, and the minimum is $1 million. And you can get very decent property for $1 million dirhams in the middle of Dubai, in the mainland Dubai.
Is that permanent residency?
That's so remember, so in Dubai they don't do citizenship. Okay, you will not get a passport, but you get a permanent residency for 2 years. So if you want to call it a renewable, it's not permanent residency. Let's not call it that. Okay. It's a 2-year renewable residency. So you'll basically have, and it's renewable. It's pretty easy to renew as well. I go through this process every day with my clients and personally as well. So if you purchase a property, you have a title deed which confirms you've paid for your property in full. That title deed is then forwarded off to the citizenship and Emirati. They basically take you to the Foreign Affairs, and they would then be registered as a resident in Dubai with your title deed, and of course you're then able to. Like I said, every 2 years renew your visa. So you'll have a renewable visa then for every 2 years. But that means that as long as that property is in your name, you will be able to continue renewing for as long as you would like to. Okay, they've also introduced a 10-year golden visa opportunity. So this is currently for residents in Dubai. So once you get your residency, there's a number of certain categories that can apply, but as we go along, we're finding that it's becoming very popular at the moment as well. Okay, so that's one option of how you can actually get your residency in Dubai. Then there's also the option. Of course, yes, there's general, if you come in as an employee, so you're able to come in if you apply through a company and you work in the UAE, which is an employment visa. And that, of course, is also for a 2-year period. And if your company renews as an employment contract, basically that's standard. The third option, but this is something that we offer as well, is residency in Dubai through ownership of the company. Okay, and this company could be in the free zone, it could be in the mainland, but as long as you've basically got a company that's registered in the UAE, we're able to and we can assist you with that with the setup of the company. And it really isn't all that expensive. It's very, very minimal if you look at it. There's really good options and opportunities as well. And that you could come in, you just choose your activity or freelance visa. And we basically can then arrange that for you as well. So you can work remotely from Dubai if you're able to do so. If you have, if there's work that doesn't necessarily have to have you based in South Africa or any other country. So those are the three options.
Wonderful. So how does one get hold of you?
Well, I'm very easily available on my South African number, 071 673 8644. I have a Dubai number, which is +971 58 922 875. And my email address is Nazia, Nazia, at infinityrealty.co.za. And our website's, of course, www.infinityrealty.co.za. Apart from anytime, at any point, contact on Facebook or Instagram. I am _Nazia Shah, and my Facebook is the link that we will probably share on this chat.
Fantastic. Nazia, you're also Managing Director of Zoa Events and Productions. What's all that about?
Yes. All right, so that basically came at a time that events actually shut down in Dubai. It's a perfect time, because I decided that if that was the case, then a new brand needs to come up when where everybody saw that it was the end of it, a capturing opportunity. And the reality is that at that point, this was born from passion. Once again, I've been very involved with women empowerment initiatives. And, I've loved and enjoyed conferencing, networking, meeting with different people, apart from real estate and meeting with clients and everything that we do, events it was always very exciting to put together and really get the right people together. So yes, for me, my focus is really with events, it's networking and specifically, initiatives around women empowerment. So I've been dealing with a lot of awards events. We've been doing a lot of conferencing and networking events out in Dubai. If you look at my profile, there's a number of events that I'm always basically involved in. And that really is also just passion once again, apart from just from real estate and something that it's become 15 years of doing that. You almost, this basically is, my husband says it makes me spend all my money. So it's passion. Yeah, make money in real estate, and he says, yeah, you spend it all in events. And the reality is that really it's passion, and it's about bringing people together and seeing people happy, and that's really what, and networking, and of course, really helping each other grow.
You have the personality of a real marketer anyway, but you have a huge drive for excellence and achieving top results. Tell us about your accolades and awards and anything that stands out for you.
Well, I feel that I believe, and if I believe that this reward is a very big thing. It's a big motivator. At the end of the day, if you're working very hard and you're working tirelessly, which we generally do, just together as a couple, but personally as well. I've never put my foot down, never put my head down until I was finished with the task, whatever it may be. And the most important thing is, being recognized for that and being rewarded for that doesn't come easily. That is why I've come together with so many different organizations to put together a recognition like that. But personally as well, I've been recognized in many different accolades, many different award, women empowerment. Again, I'm talking about the She Awards, the WOW Awards many times. Personally at Discovery, just in my role itself as a team leader, as a top sales manager for the year during my tenure. So there were many times that I've been, had shared the limelight.
I lost your sound there, Nazia. Wow, Nazia, that's amazing. A real top achiever. Well done. Congratulations. Just in closing, your Women's Day message, but not just for women in South Africa, but women across the globe.
Well, number one, and it's so simple. First of all, hard work and perseverance never, ever, ever lost you at any opportunity. You're not lucky because you're lucky. You're lucky because you work hard. So keep working hard. Ensure that you never give up. There's a huge opportunity out there for women. Take every opportunity that you can get, and really just make it happen. At the end of the day, you never know where you're going to be seen and recognized. Put yourself out there. Be confident, and most importantly, personally, be grateful for everything that you have and that you've been blessed with. But most importantly, for me, work hard and. Am I okay?
Thank you so much, Nazia. Hello? Is there anything else that you would like to add?
I'm sorry about that again. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Is there anything else that you would like to add? Sorry about that.
Okay, so yes, that's it basically.
Awesome. It's just technical glitches which is beyond our control, but I think we had quite an awesome chat. Thank you so much for coming on board and sharing your journey. And I look forward to chatting to you soon.
It's only a pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
Awesome. Take care and all the best, Nazia.
Thank you.
Bye.
Take care. Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Thanks, you too. Bye.